So you sometimes hear other musicians talk about notes as in like seconds or thirds or fourths or things of that nature. Those are called intervals, and that's what we'll be discussing today. We're going to use the C major scale because it has no sharps and flats, so pretty easy to use. So we start off with C, right? Here's our C. The next note would be D to E and F, G, A to B, and then C again. So from C to C is 8 notes. We call that an octave. So an octave is really the same note but being played higher. It's from C to C. There's 8 notes in between, and that's why it's called an octave. Octave, octagon. The octo thing means 8. From C to D is really just one step, but C is our first because we're using the C major scale. It's what we're starting off. It's called the root, or some people call it the tonic. There's a lot of different names for it. From C to D would be 1. But because C is our first, this means that D is our second. So from C to D is a second. From D to E would be a third. And from E to F would be a fourth. And from F to G is a fifth, a sixth, a seventh, and then our octave again, a tonic, as you will, or our eighth. No root calls it an eighth. But let me just sort of describe the type of distance between all the intervals. From your first to your second is always 2 half steps, which is 1 whole step. So we have C to C sharp. I can't really draw it out here, so I'll just write it. C sharp, C to C sharp to D. That's 1 whole step. That's your first to your second. From your second to your third would also be another whole step. So you'd have D to D sharp to E. However, your E to your F, your third to your fourth is always different. Your third to your fourth is only 1 half step. It's not the whole step, it's just 1 half step. That's why it's E to F. It's just E to F. And you usually call your fourth and your fifth a perfect fourth or a perfect fifth. From your fourth to your fifth actually is a whole step. So you have F to F sharp to G. From G to A is G to G sharp to A, so that's another whole step. This is another whole step. And from your seventh to your octave is just a half step.